Hey y'all, this is Emily Giuffre, and man, it's been a while since I've done a video, but I just got back from the Freedom Conference in Miami, Florida, and this was a really, really good event. And I mean, they're all good events, but I learned a lot at this event, and I will say that it was actually quite a pain this past weekend, because it's late January. Um, every single one of us, I think, had flights canceled and rearranged, and we were getting in late. Um, there was a little bit of a new format to how the event progressed over the weekend, and it was just kind of busy and disoriented, and I got in late, which I never like being late to anything. I hate missing anything, and um, it was really good that before this event, because there's things that I love to do. I love to get with my team. I love to mastermind with people. I love to enjoy myself, when I'm there, just because it's an amazing time with amazing people. But I sat down before I left for the event, and I asked myself, what do I want to get out of this event? What do I want to learn? And just what do I want to take back home with me? And for those of you who watch my videos, you probably saw my last video, which was about New Year's resolutions. And I thought this would be a good video to do, with it being the end of January. That's right around the time that a lot of us drop all of our New Year's resolutions and we go back to the way we were. So I think this is kind of a good refresher that when I started out in this new year, I did something different, and I didn't make some New Year's resolutions, which was really different for me. And but it wasn't about that I didn't want to do anything new or different this year. Instead of having all these goals, this checklist of goals that I wanted to accomplish or get done to check off my list, there were some things that I wanted to change about my life permanently. What are some tweaks that I want to make about my life that will, change how I live, for long term, for the better. And at this event, I wanted to create an intention. And there's a difference between goals and setting intentions. And they're not exactly for specific outcomes. Basically, that's the thing about this past weekend. It was not about having some huge audacious goals. I mean, goals are still awesome and wonderful, and dreaming big is great too. But it was about making these little realistic tweaks here and there and setting these intentions. I want to do this in my life. And this year I want to do that. What's the one thing that I have to do? And before going to this event, I wrote down, I want to find that one thing that's going to help me be completely free this year. Whether it's financial. I've always thought of freedom as being something financial, but I realized over the past couple of months that freedom is something much more than just having the money to do whatever, whenever. And it's actually being free of any constraints, not just outside constraints, but internal constraints. A lot of times we worry and we fret over money, and even when we have it. And I wanted the ability to just let go and not let any outside constraints cause internal constraints on me. And I set the intention for this year. I said I want to make X amount of dollars this year. I want to free this family member of their debt this year. That's the one thing that I have to do. And if I reach that goal early, that's great, because then I'll set another intention to finish out the year with. But what I'm getting at is there's something really powerful about setting intentions instead of having these goals that, oh, well, I want to do this, I want to, walk the Great Wall of China. I want to do this, 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 and this someday. And setting an intention is actually the intent of performing a goal, of actually doing it. And when you set the intention, you actually start putting things in place that help you to reach that goal. I don't know what your beliefs are, but I have a very strong belief in God, and I believe, and from what I've seen, when I set an intention, and it's because I believe that it's something that He wants me to do, I say, okay, God, I feel that you're taking me in this direction. I'm doing these steps. Whatever steps I'm not able to do, you're going to have to provide for everything else. And He's done exactly that. Things that I didn't think would be possible. Like I had several hiccups this past weekend from bad weather and just things that come up. Life comes up. And it all worked out. In fact, it all worked out better than I had planned. The last night that I was there, I had some trouble with the hotel. Not big trouble, but I was going to have to find a different room. And I ended up being invited to stay at a friend's mansion in Fort Lauderdale Beach. And it was absolutely beautiful. The most amazing house I've ever stayed in. Right there on the beach, you can see the ocean from the window. And it all turned out really well. And it wasn't something that I planned. It's just I've gotten into the habit so much of setting my intentions for the life that I want to create for myself and for the people that I love, and what I really want to do in my life, and being free of doubt, of worry, of any kind of internal strength that makes me stress and just makes everything else crumble around me. If you can start doing that, setting these intentions for your freedom, because that's what real freedom is the peace and just the ability to not let anything hold you back and just start walking forward towards your goals and your aspirations. Because when you're that phrase about where there's a will, there's a way. If you have the will to make something come about, there is a way for it to be done. There will be a way for it to be done because you've set the intention. So my friend, what I want you to get from this today, now that it's at the end of January and we'll be going into the second month of this year, what intentions have you set for yourself for this year? What do you have to get done? Not necessarily what you want to get done. What do you have to do this year? And are you seriously setting the intention of doing it? I'm telling you, my friend, if you can do that, ask God to bless it. Ask Him to provide all the places that need to be filled, and you will reach your goals. You have to have faith with this. You have to believe. And I don't know how it works, but when you set the intention and you believe and you take the steps that you can do, amazing things happen. I don't know how it works. I just know that it does because I've seen it happen to me several times. So friend, I hope this video blessed you. If you got anything out of it at all, I would love it if you would like it, share it, comment, tell me your thoughts if this helped or not. If I sound crazy, you can say that too, but I would love to know your thoughts. And if you have an example of this happening to you, share that with me. I'd love to hear. But until next time, have a very blessed day, stay warm, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.